we have all of these new ways of using and reading books, and textbooks as well. And you can see in this one image here, there's a textbook there that is on an iPhone, an iPad, and on a laptop, and then a Kindle. I mean, there are many, many choices for reading and studying textbooks now. And the University System of Georgia was very interested in the high cost of textbooks and what to do about that problem. And so we started investigating that. We wrote a white paper on it, and we decided that we would put some funding towards developing a model and an open textbook. And we looked and we understood and we found this data, as you can see, over a 6-year period, how much the cost of textbooks has increased. And in some cases, it's about the same as tuition for some 2-year public schools. So everybody knows these costs are just outrageous. And then just recently, on June the 6th, there was a new study put out by the GAO, and they did a study 10 years or so ago about this, and then they've come back and they've reviewed where we are now. And textbooks costs are still continuing to rise at 6% a year on average, and they've risen 82% over the last decade. So there is a new study out by the Florida Student Textbook Survey. This is a 2012 study, and they found that nearly 63% of students reported not purchasing a textbook because of the high cost of the price. And in their previous study in 2010, that was 51%. So 2010, 51%, now it's 63%. So the problem's not getting any better. So, this effect continue. They can't complete on time. They fail classes, and of course it affects their pocketbook. So the solution to that, some of the research showed us, was that is open textbooks, and that's just one solution. You can see here there's other ways to lower textbooks cost through renting, selling used books, buying and using online at low cost, and they share books with each other. And they use digital versions at lower cost sometimes, not always, than the traditional version. But the open textbook solution is the one that we were interested in pursuing. And we wanted to demonstrate the value and the benefit of using those open textbooks in USG courses and how that could lower the cost of textbooks for students and their families. And we also want to develop this model for USG developing open textbooks for USG faculty. We wanted to say, what does this take? How can this be done? What will it cost? And what's the best practice for doing this? So it was a collaborative model where our office initiated the project and we funded the initial funding for the project. We worked with the University Press of North Georgia because they were also interested in developing an open textbook and getting involved in open access. And so they handled the publication process for us. We had 4 authors who are historians who all did teach eCore History 2111 as well as other courses in history. And so that was our team. And so we had instructional designers, we had content experts, we had publishers from the press. And as that content was developed, it went out and was peer-reviewed and double-blind peer-reviewed in the development process. So it was high-quality control. It was a very innovative model of open textbook development. So there's a potential cost savings for this book. You can see the traditional textbook that they were using and the cost for that, and then our open textbooks. And you can see here their price for an e-textbook of the traditional book was still $31.25. So, ours is free, no charge at all. Price for online access was $15.62, and of course, there's no charge for our open textbook. So for eCore, they're very involved now. We've encouraged them to use open textbooks for as many of the eCore courses as possible. And so for this fall, 2013, there's an open textbook for the courses you see here. And for a total of 3 courses, Calculus, Intro to Statistics, and U.S. History 1, Just for the fall semester, there's a savings of $65,800 estimated. So I think that's awesome, and they're still looking at other courses that they can adapt and use an open textbook for.